Hey guys, what's up? My name's Danny, aka Thriftfish. I'm an online fashion reseller, so I sell mostly secondhand clothing on platforms like Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari to make a full-time income. And I like to make videos about it. So here on my YouTube channel, I put out videos every Tuesday and Friday about reselling. I do everything from haul videos to what's sold to just chatting about what's going on about reselling while doing calming shipping videos. So if you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it that like, that thumbs up. I always appreciate it. So today we are now in 2021 and I put out a 2020 recap video out this past weekend. But today, like any other month, I'm going to review the items that sold fastest on Poshmark in the previous month, so in December 2020. In these videos, I also, I said that weird, but I also go over my slowest 5 selling sales, kind of get a perspective of both sides of what's not selling so great and what is selling fast and is desirable. These are just sales from Poshmark, although I do sell on eBay and Mercari. I just pull the Poshmark sales report and do a couple little adjustments here and there to find out which items sold the which items sold the fastest during the month of December 2020, the 1st through the 31st. Now, not all of my sales are recorded. I've talked about this a couple times in some of my other videos, but when you pull the Poshmark sales report, it's only going to show you sales that you've been paid out for, not the sales that happened in December if they're not paid out yet. So if they're still pending, if they're still being shipped or waiting for a rating, they're not going to be included on the report. So it's not exact, but it is a good summary. I will mention that my sell-through rate was not as great as, or it went down, I should say, in December. And I think there are probably a couple different things that contributed to that. If you want to know more, go ahead and check out my 2020 recap video. But basically that means it's taking longer for things to sell and I'm not selling through my product as fast as I once was. My goal is to change that this year or find out what's causing that and see what I can do to change it. So in the past I've done videos where all the things I've mentioned sold within a day of listing, or they sold like the next day. This list includes 20 listings that sold fast within 4 days of listing. So as you can see, not as many listings selling fast. That is the signal of a slower sell-through rate. But I still did have quite a few fast sales, and so I'm going to cover my top 20 fastest selling items and then my slowest 5. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to do too much talking. Okay. So the first item, and we'll go in backwards order, so sold after 4 days of listing on Poshmark, and it was a pair of Seychelles block heel leather pointed toe mules. They sold for, they were in a bundle actually, so I'll put the bundle up on the screen. You can see the breakdown, but now actually looking, that pair sold to a viewer, so hello. But yes, that sold in a bundle to a viewer, and I thought they were super cute. I don't always pick up Seychelles, but I thought that was a really current, modern, minimal style, which I always dig. So the next item was a pair of Aloe Yoga Airbrush Ombre Stripe full-length leggings. They sold after 3 days of listing on Poshmark. Those also sold in a bundle, so again, I will put that up on the screen. Next was another item that sold after 3 days of listing, was a pair of Lululemon, sorry, it wasn't a pair, it was a sweatshirt, but it was the Lululemon minimal sweatshirt, and this was just like a black full zip hoodie, and it's literally called the minimal sweatshirt. So, and that, these all sell in bundles. This also sold in a bundle. And yeah, so again, I'll just put that on the screen. I had more bundles than I thought. Okay, next we're moving on to items that sold after 2 days of listing. One was a pair of Allbirds blue wool runner sneakers. I love selling Allbirds. I find them fairly frequently. They sold for $28 and I got $20.28. And that's pretty standard for me. I usually like to sell them around $30. Moving on was another bundle item. This was a Miles by Madewell après ski pleat sleeve sweatshirt. This might have come in I think I got this in a bulk box. Like I said, sold in a bundle, so I'll go ahead and throw that up there. This is a return buyer of mine. She's awesome. Okay, next item that sold after 2 days of listing was a pair of Spanx Ready to Wow snakeskin striped leggings. So they're a pair of Spanx leggings with some snakeskin detail, a stripe down the leg, and those sold for $25 and gave me an earnings of $20. Next was, after 2 days of being on Poshmark, an Everlane Japanese Go Weave black cocoon dress. It sold for $31 and gave me an earnings of $22.68. I believe this was new with tags as well, although it did have like a little stitch in the back coming out where there is like a slit, like an actual slit in the dress, but that little seam that brings the slit together was kind of coming loose. But I think, you know, if you know how to sew, you could stitch that really easily. Yeah, so that was a good one for me. It was nice and fast. Next was a pair of Madewell Perfect Vintage jeans. I think these came up somewhere on my channel. I think my last haul before Christmas. This pair came up. Those sold for $36, leaving me with $26.68. I'm really happy with that sale. Again, another Allbirds sale after 2 days of listing. This was a pair of men's slip-on wool loungers, so a slightly different style, but those sold for $29, leaving me with $23.20. Again, around $30 for a pair of Allbirds. Next was an Athleta Coaster Luxe Black Modal sweatshirt. I find this style of Athleta sweatshirt fairly frequently. They sell pretty fast. Really good bread and butter item. They're super soft and comfortable. Sold after 2 days of listing and sold for $30, leaving me with $24. Super solid. Next, we're hearing a lot of repeat brands in this one. A pair of Spanx Black Look at Me Now crop seamless leggings. These sold in a bundle, so I'll throw that up on the screen so you can see it. Next, this was a good find. I found a pair of Free People embossed orange suede Royale flats, and you've probably seen this sort of style before. Usually when I find them, they're Universal Thread by Target, but this is the good one from Free People. These sold for $50, leaving me with $40. I'm very happy with that any day. I listed them higher, but I was totally fine with the $50 offer. Next, the last sale that sold after 2 days of listing on Poshmark was a pair of Vince Preston olive green suede slip-on sneakers. These might have showed up in one of my videos as well. They sold for $36 and left me with $28.80. Again, a very solid sale for me. And moving on, the next couple of items sold after just a day of listing on Poshmark. The first one was a Theory ribbed mock neck wool blend sweater. This sold in a bundle as well. Oh, I think this sold in maybe another bundle that I already mentioned, so it might come up again. Next, after 1 day, a pair of Gymshark gray high-rise flex seamless leggings sold for $25, leaving me with $20. I'm fine with that fast flip, and I love selling Gymshark. The next item that sold after a day was a pair of Mojabes gray classic wool convertible slippers. I really like to sell these. They sold for $35 and left me with $28. Next, again, this is kind of a similar style. After 1 day of listing, an Athleta light blue crisscross hem sweatshirt. Again, this like super soft modal material sold for $29, leaving me with $21.08. The next item was a surprise to me. This came in a bulk box and I wasn't super excited to get it. but it actually sold same day it was listed. It was a really good size. I think it was a larger size, but it was a Caslon striped knit V-back pullover sweater, and it sold for $20, leaving me with $16. I think that's great for a Caslon piece that sold same day. Can't argue with that. Next was a Bowden piece, sold same day. It was a Bowden Ava navy floral print midi shirt dress. I'm a sucker for Bowden pieces, but this sold for $26, leaving me with $20.80. And the last item that, of course, I was very excited about because it was a brand that I had been hoping to find for a while. It was on my Bolo brand list, but it was a pair of Cezanne black wash denim skinny jeans, and those sold fast for $40, leaving me with $32. I wasn't quite sure maybe about my pricing, but I am still super happy with that sale. Those are my fastest and probably some of my better sales for the month of December 2020. I am hoping to get my sell-through rate up a little bit faster, a little higher this month, at least in this first quarter, but I'm still really happy with these sales, of course. Let's go ahead and switch gears and talk about my slowest 5 selling items. First, after 96 days of being listed, a J. Crew V-neck turquoise wool pullover sweater sold in a bundle. I got this sweater in the beginning of quarantine when I was sourcing off of the ThredUp outlet section. I will say I don't really think that method of sourcing was super profitable for me after looking back at some of the items that have stuck around for a long time, have been selling for almost as much as I purchased them for, but it is what it is. Not every choice was a bad one, but I will say that in reflection. Next, after 109 days of being listed, was a pair of, this was a jacket, and I thought this was gonna sell faster, but it was a 7 for All Mankind blocked double knit jacket, and it kind of had like this like metallic snake embossing. It's kind of like a cool like thick punt moto jacket, so I thought it might do okay. I don't like typically focus on 7 for All Mankind. It did sell for $28, leaving me with $20.28, and you know, that's a sale I'm not usually mad about, but I did think that item was going to sell faster and for more, so learned about that. Next was another item that I thought was going to do better. It was an Elizabeth and James Damaris silk ivory eyelash top. This thing was like the most delicate silk and beautiful. So I don't think it was the Kohl's line of Elizabeth and James. It just didn't, I don't think it was. I looked it up, you know, I found the style, but it was a super pretty silk blouse. It sold for $21, leaving me with $16.80, but I definitely think that I had higher hopes for that item. It's okay, it's not a big deal. And that sold after 132 days. I don't think I said that. The second to last item sold after 134 days, and this was a pair of bar 3 stripe, like stretchy, wide leg, high-rise pants. Just like a, I don't know, they're pretty trendy, you know, low-cost item. I got them in a B&G box, again, early in the quarantine, and it was just kind of one of the things I needed to list because I was running low on inventory. But they sat for a long time. Thought they were cute, but they did sell in a bundle. I'll show that breakdown again. Next, the last item sat in my closet for the longest. That sold in December. This sat for 152 days. It was a pair of level 99 Pasha relaxed lily crop beaded jeans. These were not my best sourcing choice. They also sold in a bundle. This says I made $10 from them. There are some level 99 jeans I like to pick up, but that one was probably one I could have left at the store. But I am happy that those sold. I did run a small 3 for $30 sale in my closet through the end of December. So I did have the opportunity to get a couple older items out of my closet using that sale. So at least they're out there onto new homes, and that's good because, you know, they're still good items. So, and we're saving them from the landfill. So that was a little bit of summary about how my sales were in December. If you want to hear more, go check out my recap video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again for being here, and I think I've been on YouTube for like a year now. So if you've just joined, if you've been here for a long time, again, thank you so much. I have a lot of things I want to do on this channel this year, and I hope that you'll hang in there. And of course, there's going to be a siren at the end of this. Anyway, thank you. I'll be back on Friday with a sip and ship video. So I'll see you again soon.